CBS News has learned this evening that Russian hackers are suspected of interfering with a news site in the Gulf state of Qatar, and they may have put out fake information. The FBI is assisting in the investigation. Meanwhile, Qatar is at the center of a crisis. A number of Arab nations have cut diplomatic and commercial ties. And here's Margaret Brennan.
President Trump appeared to take credit for sparking the diplomatic crisis. In a series of tweets, the president said his recent visit to Saudi Arabia was paying off as the kingdom and 9 other countries severed relations with Qatar for allegedly funding radical ideology. But the president made no mention of that last month when he met with the Qatari emir, instead offering to sell him weapons.
Lots of beautiful military equipment.
During that trip, the president vowed to unify the Muslim world against terrorism and Iran. But tensions spiked in the past 24 hours, with countries in the region closing their airspace to Qatari planes, blocking trade and cutting diplomatic ties, sparking Qataris to stockpile food. The U.S. launches airstrikes against ISIS in Syria and Iraq from a base in Qatar. The tiny Gulf Emirate hosts around 10,000 U.S. troops. That's one reason Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has tried to de-escalate the crisis.
We certainly would encourage the parties to sit down together and address these differences.
And yesterday, U.S. Ambassador Dana Smith praised Qatar's great partnership in countering terrorist financing. Smith has broken with the president before, lamenting last month on Twitter that it is increasingly difficult to spend the day explaining our democracy and institutions. Today, State Department spokesperson Heather Nauert tried to soften the president's comments on Qatar.
They have made progress, but they still have work to do. More work needs to be done.
Smith is not the only frustrated long-term diplomat, but Scott, while President Trump wants his own nominees in place, he's only appointed 11 ambassadors to fill 188 empty State Department slots.
Margaret Brennan at the State Department. Thanks.